Hey guys, Duck back today with a combo tutorial for pkfire, showing you some of the basic combos. Now that tour guide's at 3, I think it is worth showing like the full extent of what you can do, because you are going to open this a 30 game, so you want to know the full extent of what you can get with just a tour guide. So starting off, we're going to normal summon the tour guide, use this effect to summon the Fiendish Rhino Warrior from deck. Sorry about the glare in this middle zone, there is nothing I can do about it. Link these two into a Cherubini. Effect of Rhino, send the Graph to summon the Seer. So Graph, summon Seer. Effect of Cherubini, I'm going to send the Sea Archiver. And then you're going to link these two into the Rusty Bardiche. The effect of Seer is going to summon back the Cherubini, summon it to a zone that an arrow points to, so you can get the effect of Sea Archiver to bring yourself back. Then you're going to use the effect of this to send Ancient Cloak to set a Fogblade. Then you're going to banish the Ancient Cloak to add the Silent Boots. Going to special summon the Boots, overlay these two into a Leviair. Effect of Leviair, detaching the boots to summon back the Ancient Cloak. Link these two into an Anaconda. Use the effect of Silent Boots engrave. Add yourself a copy of Fogblade. Then use the effect of Anaconda, sending Red Eyes Fusion. Send these two. Summon out a copy of Dragoon. So off just the one tour guide, you've managed to get all of this. You've got 2 negations here in your back row, and you've got another 4 cards in hand to discard off the Dragoon. If for whatever reason you only have the tour guide, you could always keep one of these in hand so you can discard it off the Dragoon. So that's the first combo, just a really simple sort of first turn board that you can set up quite easily. You don't have to go for the Leviair, but I choose to because it gets you back the Ancient Cloak for next turn. So it just gives you a bit more advantage, though it does burn your Leviair in the extra deck. So you might want to save this, if you want to play a bit more conservatively. It really depends on your matchup and your playstyle. So that's the first combo. So this is what a single Terratop can achieve. It's not quite as good as the tour guide because you are down a Leviair, but still you don't even have to use your normal summon for this one. So obviously any other cards you can then normal summon and carry on. So summon out the Terratop, adding the Takatumborg. Special summon the Takatumborg, you make the Cherubini. Effect of Cherubini, send the Graph to special summon the Seer. Link these two into a Rusty Bardiche. Effect of Seer, summon back the Cherubini. Effect of the Rusty Bardiche, send Ancient Cloak to set first copy of Fogblade. Then effect of Ancient Cloak engrave, add the Silent Boots. Special summon the Boots, link these two into your copy of Burst Anaconda. Effect of Anaconda, send these 3. Nice 3 garnets. Summon out the Dragoon. And lastly, banish the Silent Boots to search out another copy of Fogblade, which you'll then set. So just off a Terratop without normal summoning, you've got a Dragoon and you've got Bardiche, Anaconda, 2 Fogblades. So it's a lot of interruptions. The fact that these are both obviously back row means that you can play around dark row no more, droplets most of the time. So it's really great. And also you've still got cards in hand, so you can use this to protect your back row if you've got like the Duster or whatever. So a really strong combo, and it gives you a bit of recursion because if this dies you can always banish one of the Fogblades to bring it back. I'm going to show you what you can do if you open a Scorpio, an Extender, and literally any monsters to discard. So this could be anything. It could be a PK, in which case you're going to get like extra value, like you're going to end on like a Fogblade as well. But I've just gone for the worst one you can draw. So for this, you go into normal summon the Scorpio, using its effect on summon to discard the Takatumborg to summon out your copy of Darwinsonia, which will then add your copy of Instant Fusion. You're then going to link into the Cherubini. Using the effect of Cherubini, you're going to set the graph, which will then summon the Seer. Now at this point, you're going to special summon the Wielder. Link these two into the Anaconda, and you're going to activate the Instant Fusion, summon out the Winder, and as your last special summon, use the effect of the Anaconda, send these three to graveyard, summon out the copy of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So it's a bit of a different board because you've gone for the Winder instead, so it's quite an oppressive field. You've got no Fog Blades in your back row, but you know, obviously you do have number 2 cards in hand and you could have discarded a Phantom Knight, so I'm conflicted about the Winder because it is really good, but it stops you getting the Bardiche because you have to keep this on field here. You can't link it off to Klein, so it does make it quite awkward, but I do really like this card, so I think this is a really good opening board, so I might keep it for now. So one of the reasons you might want to go for this board over the one with the multiple Fog Blades is in case you're facing a deck that special summons a lot, or in case you've already drawn access to your PK engine. So if you've got, for example, a PK in hand, you can always discard it, you know, for the Predaplant, and then you've got access to at least one Fog Blade anyway. So you might want to end on a Winder as well, because it's more forms of disruption. So I just thought I'd add this little bit in here. So for this combo, I'm going to show you what a tour guide plus any extender and a BA can do. The BA is purely just for discarding to summon Beatrice. So first of all, you summon the tour guide, use the effect to summon out the Rhino Warrior from the deck. You link these two, just like before, into the Cherubini, then effect of Rhino Warrior, we get to send the graph to summon the Seer. Then use the effect of Cherubini to send Sea Archiver. At this point, you use your extender, at this point the tracker, summon to a link zone, which will then trigger the Archiver. Now you overlay the Archiver and the tracker into the Dante. You don't want to mill off this Dante because there's a lot of cards you don't want to hit, for example like Red Eyes Fusion, stuff like that, so it's just not worth it. So then you're just going to discard your Farfa to make this into a Beatrice, just providing an extra layer of interruption. And it's the same combo as before, link these two into the Bardiche, effect of Seer, summon back the Cherubini, use the effect of Bardiche, sending Ancient Cloak to set Fogblade, then banish the Ancient Cloak to add the Silent Boots to hand. Special summon the Silent Boots because you control a Phantom Knight. Link these two into the Verte Anaconda. Use the effect of Silent Boots engrave to search a Fogblade. Then use the effect of Anaconda, send in these three again, usual suspects, to summon out a copy of Dragoon. So that was a 3-card combo. If you do have other cards in hand, you can set this Fogblade. If you don't have any other cards in hand, you can hold this so that your Dragoon is live by being able to discard a card. So for this, I'll set it. So you've ended on 2 Fogblades. You've got a Beatrice which can interrupt and also recycle with the Dante. So you can send either a Farfa or a Scam depending on what you need. And got an Omni-Negate, Bardiche, 2 Fogblades. Again, really strong combo. I think this card is ridiculous. Let's do some more combos. So I ended up doing this combo the other day actually because I absolutely braked. This is one of the worst hands you could possibly see. There's literally no extenders you can use apart from this. So if you've got a Silent Boot, you can always do something because no matter how bad your hand is, you can usually do something. So you normal summon your Phantom Knight, you special summon the Silent Boots, you link these two off. You don't go for the Cherubini because there's no point, you can't extend any further anyway. So you go immediately into the Verte Anaconda. Use the effect of the Silent Boots to set a Fogblade, well to add a Fogblade, and you just use the effect of Anaconda to summon the Dragoon. I know this isn't much of a combo, but it just goes to show how consistent this deck is at putting out multiple negates. I mean, you open an almost unplayable hand, you've got an Omni Negate, you've got a negation here, and you've got an interruption when you use the Omni Negate, because you can go for like a Farfa, for example, or a Scam if you need to. So it's a very minor combo, but it is really important to know you can always get to Dragoon. So this has been my BA combo tutorial. It's a really great deck, really fun to play, just fun to practice at home on your own, because you know, every hand's different. It's really great. Any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.